Hey guys, I'm Jerry Miculek, and I'd like to share with you one of the most iconic battle rifles ever manufactured, and that's the Russian Mosin Nagant, model of 1891. They haven't made but about 37 million of these, so they've been in production up to around 1960. So this is the very first variation of it, 29-inch barrel. It was engineered by Sergei Mosin and Leon Nagant back in the day. It's a 30 caliber centerfire cartridge, functioning with the 5-round stripper clip. So, give you an idea, first variations of them had the long barrel. This is a 29-inch firearm. I bought this one back, I don't know, 15, 18 years ago. I paid 39 bucks for it. It's got the Arsenal overhaul tag on it, so I just left it on there. If I could read Russian to you, it would tell you when it was overhauled and where. It's got a brand new barrel on it. The way they engineered these guns, they're very simplistic in the way they disassemble and assemble, and that's what makes them so reliable as a battle rifle. I mean, it's just, I think the bolt is comprised of 5 pieces, to give you an idea. On safe, ready to fire. My only complaint about them is it uses a rim cartridge. We'll show you that in just a second. But anyway, 1891, guys, this is the full rifle, 29-inch barrel. I paid 39 bucks. Brand new barrel. I thought I just had to have it. The next one I have here is that little carbine. It's like a 20-inch, it's right over 20-inch barrel. This one has a round receiver. That was another variation of it. I think in wartime they tried to cut corners as much as they can. This is a 1946 manufacture. It's Russian. It's got the spike bayonet, the dreaded bayonet here. So if you really want to look wicked, you can put that thing out in the front. It also has a screwdriver tip if you need to work on something. It's kind of neat. This was also a very sought after wartime trophy during the Vietnam era. A lot of these were used in Vietnam, the carbines like this. Same stripper clip, same caliber, 7.62 by 54R, which means it's a fully rimmed cartridge. This one actually has a hex receiver, and this was manufactured in 1940. So you can imagine how many of these they were pumping out in around the 40s. So the height of the war, Battle of Stalingrad and all that good stuff was about to happen, so they needed all the rifles they can get. Another interesting feature on these long guns like this is the way they spliced the wood together. Instead of having one piece of wood that was actually 40 inches long, they have a splice here where they intertwined it and glued it together. And you can see the repair plug in the stock here, and also in the buttstock where the actual knot of the wood. So back in this time of production, I'm sure every resource they had to utilize it the best they can. So they filled the knot here with wooden plugs, glued them in, sanded it off. What can I say, man? Just rugged Russian hardware. So what I have to shoot here today, of course, 7.62 by 54R is a fully rimmed cartridge. It's an ancient cartridge in its actual design. This full rim like this, it makes it really great for machine guns when it's belt fed, but when you try to stack it in magazines, it's really a pain in the rear because the rims themselves want to hook on the other one underneath it. So it's not really great to be fed in a box fed magazine, but if you have it in a belt or a 5-round stripper, you can get away with it. So what's interesting about the cartridge itself, it's the full equivalent of a 7.62 by 51 NATO round, and in some applications it equals and can't exceed the 30-06 cartridge. So give you an idea what we're going to shoot here today. Hornady was kind enough to supply me with some of their, this is their steel, their custom load. It has a 150 grain SST bullet, and it's loaded on a steel case with a Berdan primer. So you have a top-notch 30 caliber projectile here loaded on a steel case, Berdan prime, so the cases are disposable. And they also were kind enough to send me some of their Hornady match ammo. And this is a 174 grain bolt tail hollow point bullet loaded in a brass case. So best of two worlds here, guys. You got brass, you got a match bullet. These are loaded, these 174s are loaded to 2650 feet per second. And you can see on the 150s here, they're loaded up to 2800 feet a second. So it's right there with the 7.62 by 51 NATO round, except it's the old ancient rim technology. So we're going to load up a few of these and take that carbine there and shoot those targets downrange. Got to get my cheaters on to see metallic sights. That's the only thing about not having an optic. All right, let's load it up. All right, we got 3 rounds. Get my eyes and ears and see if we can punch them in the middle. All right. Here we go. Target on the left. One in the middle. And the one on the right. So there you have it, guys. Full caliber, most mass-produced bolt action in history. Let's go take a look at the targets. As you can see, guys, I'm shooting a firearm that has served in about 39 wars since its inception. And my old eyes, first shot was a little bit low, so I just thought that was me getting a little rough on the trigger. The trigger leaves a little bit to be desired, so I did about the same, and it shot a little bit low, so I came up a little bit and took my time on the third one, and it punched it in the middle. So what can you say, guys? It's a fun gun, 39 bucks. Can't go wrong, but let's try to do something different. Okay, guys, we're out on the rifle range. We're about 200 yards from that Steel's C-Zone down there. It's an MGM C-Zone. It's a piece of armor plate, so it's safe to shoot at this distance. We got 3 rounds of this SST ammo. And let's go load up this little carbine and see if we can tickle that piece of steel here. All right, got 1, got 2, got 3. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can ring him from here. Oh, got him. Let's do another one. Got him. Shooting a little bit to the left. Let's pick it up a little bit and shoot a little bit more to the right. Yo! I tell you what, I'm liking this carbine. Let's go down there and take a look at it. Those SST rounds, this is an ancient gun with the most modern ammunition, so let's go take a look at the target. All right, let's go take a look at what we did here. All right. All right, so we're clear. And this was actually my first shot and the second, so I aimed over a little bit to the right, just a hair, and it hit it just about exactly dead center. So 20-inch barrel offhand, I like that group. That's pretty good. I like it. Okay, we did so good at 200. We put up a C-Zone at 300. We've got the same ammo, that steel-cased SST round. It's a 150 grain polymer tip hunting bullet. SST stands for Super Shock Tip, and it's in a Burdan steel case. And we're going to try to hit that target offhand at 3 now. All right. So we got our trusty target. We got our Hornady ammo, and got a little wind blowing. I like a challenge. Let's see if we can tickle that target at 300 and see what that might look like. Here we go. Oh, get some. Got one. We got 2. I think that was on the edge. I call that left, just a hair. All right, here we go, number 3. There might be a range guard out today. Let's go take a look at him, guys. 300 yards. Hey, guys, that was like shooting at a ghost with all this correction on and the size of that front sight. So let's run down at 3 and see what we did to that piece of steel. Oh, looky here, guys. Looky here. There is a range guard today, and he was smiling on me. So we got all 3 shots, which is not really bad. We're shooting offhand in the wind at 300 yards, and we've got about a 7-inch group, so 1 cut it on the edge. I actually called 1 left, and there's the other 2 hits. I was holding where I could just barely see any white over the top of the sight. So we've got a $59 gun, but when you feed it the right ammunition, even in conditions like this with old eyes, it wants to shoot. So What can I say, guys? They made 37 million of them. It's not a bad one. Something good to stick in the closet. You never know. So you can see, guys, the short carbine, if you feed it the right ammunition, 300 yards, even with open sights, is pretty effective. What they were trying to do was mass produce a firearm that would be extremely reliable in any condition, easy to maintain, and also economical to manufacture. So there you have it, guys. The Russians did a great job, and they're always worried about their soldiers, so they put this mild steel recoil pad on there. They didn't put a hardened steel, so they didn't want to hurt their troops too bad. So anyway, there you have it, guys. 1891 Nagant.